Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode here on the MIgardener channel. This is going to be a super quick one. We're going to go through this one, hopefully 5 minutes or less, on growing okra. You guys have wanted a fast growing guide, so we're going to do it in hopefully 5 minutes or less. When it comes to growing okra, it is an amazing plant to grow because it does not take up that much space. When it comes to the height, it's generally about 4 to 5 feet tall, but it's really spindly and there's not a whole lot of leaves on it. Now, okra requires a ton of nitrogen. So what we've done is we have put pure compost in this bed, and we'll follow up shortly after with just a top dressing of Trifecta Plus, and that's our fertilizer of choice. But use something that's very high in nitrogen. Okra needs a ton of it because you're not growing it for really anything other than its leaves, and then all along the plant you'll find the okra pods. Now, the okra pods are best harvested when they're small. The larger they get, the more woody they get, and the slimier they get. So the smaller, the better. And one of the things about okra is that they need full sun. If you don't give them full sun, about 5 to 7 hours, you're going to not have the okra pods form. It's just going to be really small growth, and you'll find that you won't get many okra pods at all, maybe like 1 or 2, because they need a ton of energy to put out those pods. Now, when it comes to watering, we put it in a bed that does not get a whole lot of water here. This is on a downhill slope, so that part of the garden gets quite watered quite frequently, and the water that does go that way in terms of rain tends to go that way. So this area tends to stay a little more dry. They do like to be drier. They do grow down south very well, and they also grow in arid climates. So you do not want them to be waterlogged. You'll have a lot of problems with root rot. The next thing when it comes to just general growing guide tips is the soil type. You want to make sure that your soil does have a little bit of clay in it. Okra does like to grow in clay. It does not really like a pure compost blend. I'm not quite sure why, but anytime we've grown okra before, it does not do the best in pure compost. So what I can say is we've just a little bit of native soil added in will help immensely with the okra as it grows. The next thing is pH. Okra needs slightly acidic soil, so we always make sure that when we pH test the beds, they're right around 5.5 to 6.0. And then finally, when it comes to growing okra, you want to make sure that you space out your plants about 10 inches apart. And then the final, the final thing is when it comes to temperature, you want to make sure that you plant these out in something that's going to get at least 65 to 75 degrees. The warmer, the better. But they are a warm climate plant. So if you're someplace that gets nothing above 75 degrees, you're gonna have a really hard time growing okra. And so I say that the minimum is probably around 65 degrees. That's why we plant them now in midsummer, because they love the heat. They absolutely love the heat, and they just struggle in the cold. So wait a little bit to plant your okra and you'll be fine. So there you go. I think that was the world's fastest complete growing guide here on the channel. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new. If you have any questions about growing okra, post it in the comments box below. I'd be glad to answer it. So as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel reminding you to grow big or go home. Try okra. We'll catch you later. See ya. Bye.